Yes, that is not gonna do. I have WoW set to 720p because the last time I played it on the TV with a Steam controller, and the TV is a 720p TV, and playing the game at 4K on a 720p TV means unreadable anything. So let's fix this, and put it back the way it should be. But I'm wondering. Now let's drop it down to 1440p. That scales down to 720p for the stream better. I've found that if I do it at 4K, the text is much crisper, but it makes it harder to read when you scale it down to 1440p or 720p, just because the outline at 4K is much thinner. It makes the text harder to read. There's no outline to it. 1440 plus is an integer multiple of 720p, so it scales down better. But this is not the character I want. This is. Alright, so we need Winterfall Spirit Beads, and the other one we can wait for a little bit, so. Come on. Strange life forces. Yeah, this is without heirlooms. It's just ridiculous. Moon Harvest Pumpkin. That must be a... No, that's not... No, we don't have Hallow's End yet. Never mind. There's not enough targets, and their respawn rate is not high enough for 2 people to be doing the quests. It's one of the things I don't like about doing these quests in some of these areas. Now I have to wait on respawns, and I don't have the drop rate's not high enough on the things for for those kind of conditions. That's all right. It won't take too long. They'll respawn. Just such a small area where they spawn. Need 2 more. That's just ridiculous when, without heirlooms or anything like that, you're one-shotting things. They need to retune this stuff. They retuned it in when they did the squish for Warlords. I think they need to retune it again. Because there's power creep over the course of expansions. You know, your characters get more powerful with each expansion, but the enemies don't. So when you're leveling, the experience becomes easier and easier and easier until all of a sudden it becomes trivial. Which is what it is right now because, well, like I said, I'm not using heirlooms and I'm not in dungeon gear. I'm in leveling greens right now. But we're done now. What do we have next in our abilities? Deepening Shadows at 54, so that's in 2 levels. I don't think anything really comes at 53. Are those an upgrade? I don't know. It's a gain of 3 agility, but it's a loss of 7 crit. Hey, we have an achievement. Which is actually that one. 500 quests. Yes, I've done 3,000 quests on one character. My main rogue has actually got Lore Master back in Wrath of the Lich King when Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor Lore Master were much more difficult to do. You had to really, really dig deep to get all the quests you needed for them. But when I was doing those quests, one thing I like to do weird things when I get achievement. So in my research of quests to do, there was one on Eastern Kingdoms that was actually in what's the name of the place there in Red Ridge Mountains? Sentinel Hill? No, that's in Westfall. Let's go back. I don't remember the name of the town. I can't look at it because I've not explored it. But so yeah, the main town in Red Ridge Mountains, which was an alliance, that was a horde character. The quest where you have to get the necklace out of the bottom of the lake for the girl on the docks was offered to both Alliance and Horde players back in Vanilla through Wrath of the Lich King. that was my last quest that gave me Lore
Aye.
Master. I already had Outland at that point. I already had Northrend.
Keep your feet on the
And I
ground.
already had Kalimdor, so Eastern Kingdoms was the last one to get
Great to meet you.
Lore Master. So I got both the Lore Master of
Be good.
Eastern Kingdoms and the Lore Master
You
of,
come
well, the
get
General
the
Lore
vote.
Master at the same time. On the docks in the middle of an Alliance town as a Horde character.
Be good.
I'd have been surreal for anyone who was an Alliance character around there at the time, but I don't remember there being anyone there. Falling to corruption. So where's this cauldron? Up there. Okay, I have to go all the way up there again. Did this not very well, but I have to go back there anyways. So let's go back up there and do the Furbolg one first. What are we at on gold? 164 gold. I don't remember how much the flight license for Old World is, so I might have to retrieve some gold from my high-level Death Knight. I have to kill 15 things, then let's go back, work our way up to the cauldron, killing things as we go, and then we'll turn that into the cauldron and see what happens there, so we can at least get more out of killing Furbolgs. Hey, we had a ding from that. Yeah, we have to go back there. So yeah, I guess we didn't waste too much time with this. That's not too terrible. Now we just need to kill 9 more of them. And if you're watching and you're wondering what spec my rogue is currently subtlety, which is not the spec of my main. I have mained all 3 specs in the past, but I've always mostly been combat on my main. When I was first leveling my rogue back in Burning Crusade, I was subtlety up to about level, I want to say 40 or so, 35 or 40. I kept getting swords and stuff, and not daggers, so I was using a really old dagger, so it made a lot of sense at the time to switch to combat, which I found I had more fun with. So I stuck with combat all the way up to 80. Well, actually to 70, because that was the level cap at the time. Then Wrath of the Lich King came out. I stayed as combat up to level 80. I spent most of the expansion as combat, although I did play the other specs a little bit at times. But this was back when they had like the old talent trees where you could do some weird stuff with it. So I need... Oh, I'm done. Cool. I wasn't even paying attention to how many I had killed. So, but briefly, I think I toyed with other builds. I did some weird stuff with it just to experiment because it was fun. Once they incorporated dual spec, I used dual spec to do some strange, off-the-wall, you know, non-standard things just to see what kind of crazy builds I could do. It was never meant to be serious, and I never raided with them because they weren't effective for raiding. Like, I had a specific AoE build, which was kind of interesting and crazy.
How are you?
like it out AoE'd hunters. It was just crazy. Like back in Wrath of the Lich King 80, I remember a certain like big trash pack in ICC. I ended up pulling something like 35 or 40,000 AoE DPS. Just did like 40% of the damage of a 10-man raid, just for that trash pull. It was fun at the time, but it wasn't for anything more than just fun. I never really played all other specs, you know. It was mostly just the one spec. In Cataclysm, I had played Subtlety as main after the Mists of Pandaria pre-patch, just because combat really fucking sucked at the time. It was really bad. And then, like the pre-patch, Subtlety, actually Assassination. No, I played Assassination and Subtlety both. They're both just so much better with the daggers than what combat was. Just the way that the so that's one way to get up there. Just the way the daggers worked didn't work well with combat, like after the patch. I played as Assassination through Throne of Thunder just because that set bonus fucking terrible for combat. It was awful. Just the reduced global cooldown and the spamming of abilities, I fucking hated it. So I was Assassination during Throne of Thunder. Combat became pretty good during Siege of Orgrimmar, so I went back to combat. On Warlords, I was combat throughout, and for Legion, I have been... Where's the green slot? Oh, it's up there. For Legion, I have been Outlaw. I haven't really focused on the other artifact weapons. Legion is just not an off-spec friendly expansion, like not as much as previous expansions, as much as they want to make it otherwise the way you're locked into, you know, a single weapon with artifact power. Like, if the artifact power was on the character and affect all your artifact weapons, it might make it more interesting, but it's just the way it's designed, and all the grindiness later, like, because I get it. Some people like to only play one character and they need stuff to do, but when you want to play alts, it makes it kind of a pain. It's just a difficult balance to achieve, and I understand, you know, the challenges the developers have in terms of making a game where people can be both alt friendly and single player friendly. It's a difficult balance to achieve. All right, what do we have there? Wasn't the other ones gloves? No, they were boots. So we have gloves and a belt. So the gloves are a clear upgrade. The belt is only a minor upgrade. So let's go with the gloves.
Spirits be with you, Mom.
Oh wait, those boots. 3 crit for 1 agility? I don't know if agility is worth 3 times crit. I'm not sure offhand.
Be good.
Let's get on our yak here for a moment and empty our bags and repair our gear. Okay, is that an upgrade? Apparently there's a few things that were kind of iffy. Not sure about that. I'm not sure if 1 agility is worth 8 crit. Actually, I'm fairly certain 1 agility is not worth 8 crit, so we are definitely gonna pass on those. That is definitely... Well, I don't know. I lose 1 agility and I lose 10 crit. Yeah, those are definitely not as good, so... Those... Gain 1 agility at the loss of 3 crit. I don't think that's a worthy trade-off, so... We're gonna pass on those. Yeah, that was what we just upgraded. What do we have here? Crafting reagent. Let's sell the Moon Harvest Pumpkin. Let's fucking sell the Bear Flank. We'll sell the Winterfall Fire. Oh, it used to be strength. Now it's attack power. That is actually makes it useful. So, what we are going to do is we are going to just use the Winterfall Firewater. So yeah, that's what we're gonna
friend
do.
of the Grummels.
Alright, so what do we do now? Suspicious Green Sludge and High Chief Winterfall Slain. So let's go do the sludge. I almost called it fudge. For fudge, that would be delicious. So let's go do the sludge, and then we will go back and do the chief. Boiling spring bubble. That's 3. Oh. I'm avoiding the water because I hate how slow you move in the water. Impossible to get anywhere. It also makes it hard to see what you're looting. Okay, there's all of our sludge. Let's go kill this chief now. And drink some coffee in the meantime. Let's also use our firewater. No, being bigger does not make you go faster. Alas, if it actually had that effect, it would be awesome. No, I don't need to target things to sap them because I have a mouse over sap macro. It's pretty awesome. Alright. Back to what's her name. Yeah, one thing I like to do to troll other players is, as a rogue, I will sap things to go by them. I'll watch other players walk by them, then I'll sap something else to clear the sap, because you can only sap one target at a time. And then I would wake up and attack them. It's kind of trolling, it's kind of dickish, but it's not really that bad. Sprint was 100%. I remember a glyph that used to make it 100%. It was awesome. I always used that glyph. It was amazing. Well, not always. But back when they had prime glyphs and major glyphs and minor glyphs, that was a major glyph, and that was an awesome major glyph. What's on your mind? I kind of actually miss glyphs. I don't really miss the old talent trees as much as you'd think, but glyphs were kind of a neat way to customize your character. There's just limited options to customize your character these days. Yes, we will use that.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Yeah, let's just go mounted. Someone named Shadow Chaos, next to someone named Shadow Yar. I actually, funny thing that happened during late Mists of Pandaria. We were all in Shrine of Two Moons. This is on my Horde character, and someone yelled out, you know, so everyone in the shrine would read it, and it would say, you know, the shadows consume you, and then both me and another person who had shadow something or other, and then they both, like, almost at the exact same time said, yes, we do. It was hilarious. Of course, I screenshotted it. I have that screenshot somewhere. Alright, so we're at this lake. Wow, we are already over halfway through 53. That's crazy. I mean, we have rested experience and we've done a lot of killing, so that's probably part of it. But, I mean, I haven't even made it to Everlook yet.
What brings you here? Good luck.
So now comes the task of choosing which trinket to replace. You know what? I don't like ads. It's an unuse. I don't really care for ads that much, so what we're going to do is we're going to replace that one. That has 15 agility. And apparently the strength part has gone... If I unequip it, will the strength... Yeah. Oh, they hide out the grays. That's kind of interesting. That must be new. I don't remember that. 996, 665. That's definitely an upgrade. Oh, we have a scum-covered bag, which had Peace Bloom in it. Let's see. Let's sell some stuff. I might need new weapons.
I have many wares.
38, 37. I fucking definitely need new weapons, and given how fast I'm killing things, that's crazy. I don't even want to know what it'd be like if I had level appropriate weapons. That's just insane. Alright. Yes. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. I don't really care about selling these things in the auction house. I've tried selling these old mats in the auction house and it's fucking annoying to do. I should probably work on my leatherworking at some point. And I should probably redeem my my level boost from buying Legion a year ago at some point. I just don't know what character to use it on. Alright,
Many
what are we doing
farewells.
now? Speak to the Calderai spirit. At Lake Caltheral. This does not look like much of a lake. It looks more like a patch of barren ice. Frozen over lake, I guess.
How may I help?
Yeah, we've gone 7% of a level and just by turning in these quests. Small up, but it's still an upgrade. We'll take it.
Till next we meet.
Alright, now we have to kill people. Or rather, spirits. By kill them, I mean in one hit. Okay, that's 3 down in a matter of seconds. This is ridiculous. You get off the thing I want to loot. One more. Nope, that's not the right one. Need to find one more. One more. Just one more. One more victim. I mean thing to, like, free from their torment. Oh, right up there. And by up there, I mean, like, 9 miles away. At the very, very corner of the area. An awful lot of traveling for something that dies in one hit. Wait, did we loot that? Yes, we did. I am also using the Winterfell Firewater, which takes ridiculous, like, ease and makes it even more ridiculously easy. Maybe I shouldn't use them.
Greetings.
I am a little high level area for the area, though. Most of the things I'm fighting are 3 or 4 levels below me. It shouldn't be that quick, though. They shouldn't die that quick. You know, I'm kind of considering getting,
Good
like,
luck, friend.
at least as a tie over. I mean, I want a higher refresh rate monitor. I have a 60 hertz 4K display, and to be completely honest with you, I'd rather go with a lower resolution display that has a higher frame rate. 4K gaming is not all it's cracked up to be. I mean, even in games where I have the hardware, the muscle to be able to play the games at 60 frames per second at 4K, which is almost every game older than about 2 to 3 years old. Like Wolfenstein: The New Order is close to 60 at 4K. even Doom 2016 is 40s to 50s at 4K. Witcher 3 is a little more demanding. I get like in the 30s there. It doesn't matter what my settings are, which means I'm not really CPU bound at that rate. Alright, so where do we go now for that? This way. They are undead, so I cannot sap them. Hey, you cast a grand total of 0 spells. Oh wait, sorry, you blinked. And then you were dead. Crimson Death Charger. I love this mount. Yes, I have a character with Shadowmourne.
How may I help?
I didn't get this from anyone else. I did the quest line on my Death Knight. I kind of want to do it a second time so I can get most of the other items. I only have this and one other item, I think. I think I kept 2 of the items and gave 2 to guildies because the guildies helped me through it at the time. Now that I could do it solo, I'll probably just do it solo on one of my other characters. Kellic Skykeeper. What does Kellic Skykeeper want? We're almost level 54 and we're almost through our rested experience.
Victory lies ahead.
Oh, we have a weapon now. Was that an upgrade? No, that was what I replaced. Never mind. Oh, we have a bunch of things up there to
Keep your wits about you.
look and see. Let's go through our old gear and see what's going on here.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummels, like you.
Nope. Nope. Versatility is nice, but I think 10 haste and 1 agility. I don't know, they look kind of even. That is iffy, but I don't think it really matters that much. Because they're so close. 665 versatility versus 66 crit. 5 versatility versus 6 crit. I don't know, that's pretty close too. 5 haste over 6 crit. Definitely the crit, so that's cloth, but I think I kept that because that might be something I might want to sell, but I'm not sure about that. Why I'm keeping these herbs, I don't know. Alright. 187 gold. We've gone like 20 gold just by doing all this questing.
May your feet find good trails.
These uber expensive vendor mounts pay for themselves because you don't ever have to delete stuff from your inventory. You can sell all the trash loot you get, and you get a lot of gold from that. Trash loot is so much gold. That's such a small area of very specific mobs that you have to kill 7 of, and you can kill them all and then have to wait on respawns. That's one thing they should have fixed in Cataclysm, or at least fixed when they consolidated the worlds. No, not those. That's not a quest mob. Oh, this is terrible. awful. This is terrible. This is bad. These things need to respawn faster. I'd be okay if it respawned repeatedly like the same one so I don't have to go anywhere and aimlessly search for things to kill. Because it isn't fun waiting for spawns because there's 3 people doing the same quest that's a tiny area. Yeah, Blizzard, if any of you see this, and I doubt you are, this is something you need to work on. I see 3 people aimlessly walking around waiting on respawns. That's fucking nuts. Let's invite them to a group. If you just heard Slayer Angel of Death, that is because, I have a friend calling me, so hold on, I'm gonna go back to where the quest guy is and, call my friend back.
Yes. Hold your...
Hold on. Sorry about the extended AFK. That was not expected. Alright, we have a dagger now. Now let's replace... Okay, we have a 38 and a 37, so let's move to 38 there, and then we'll put that in the main hand. No, we don't want that. Let's sell some stuff. And we are not going to sell it on a Red Panther.
I have many, many wares.
Why does the game look crappy? I think I have resolution scaling on, and that's why it doesn't look as good.
Good fortune to our friends.
Yes! No wonder it looks like crap. Much better. That actually looks kind of sharp. As sharp as it can be when you're not running the game not at your native game resolution. Alright. So what are we doing now? Go back over here somewhere?
Greetings. Go in peace.
Where you climb the frozen waterfall, I think. So yes, I actually do have a Steam controller configuration for World of Warcraft to play this game on the TV with a Steam controller, which is why when I first started the stream it was at 720p. Wait, up this way? Yes, up this way. You know what? They're a pain in the ass.
Peace be with you.
Okay, we're 54 now. Which means we should have gotten a new ability, Deepening Shadows. What does Deepening Shadows do? Finishing moves reduce the remaining cooldown on Shadow Dance by 1.5 seconds per combo point spent. Thing is I don't really feel the need to use Shadow Dance that much because nothing is really requiring the burst that it provides. It's kind of ridiculous. But now it's time to go to Everlook, so let's go this way up onto the road and follow the road. Yeah, like a level and a half, and I hadn't even gotten to Everlook yet. It's fucking bonkers, man. So I think for the last zone that I'm going to do it. Well, hello. Oh. Oh. Hey. I just had cattail in my face a moment ago.
Hello. Be careful.
And you are.
Oh, this was a fun quest line. I liked this quest line.
Talk to me! Glad I could help!
Let's go pick up some more quests. Also, talk to a mailbox. Oh, this. Well, that shit can go right the fuck over there. I've already read it like 9 times.
Time is money, friend.
Blasted Lands, other side of the world. That was the zone that I was considering doing next. So, You know, since this area is pretty trivial so far, let's do the Rebel Trouble because that was a fun quest line. We're not gonna do Silphus.
Glad I could help.
Well, let's pick up the Silphus
Yeah,
quest
what do
anyways
you
and turn
want?
it in for easy experience once we hit 60. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't want to do my last leveling in Silphus though. They never really touched that when they did the rework for Cataclysm. It's a shame too. I mean, the quests there are not that bad though. They did make a lot of the elite quests, you know, like group quests, non-group quests, I think. I don't really remember off the top of my head though. Alright, so it's over this way? This sounds like the Orgrimmar music. Doesn't really sound fitting to the zone. You know, just because. And because why not? Brawl, deep wind dunk.
What's up? Keep it real.
What is it? Embrace the shadow.
Relax. You be careful.
Time is money, friend.
I like this quest with the the little friendly competition they have between the various oh, that's right, there's no exit over on that side. That's one advantage of Horde, is your flight point is closer to the entrance to Everlook. They have a little battle between a mace, an axe, and a sword. Like the mace just crushes and pulverizes rock. The axe chops down a tree, and then the guy with the sword says, "Well, swords have finesse and precision," and cuts a sculpture out of ice. It's kind of amusing, to say the least. Of course, I just
How may I help?
spoil the plot for you, but that's alright. It's not that big of a plot point. It's just a fun, whimsical quest, which this game is filled with, but, you know, it's part of what makes the game fun. $3,700 in one hit. They have 2,200 health. Yeah, they don't live very long, do they? Alright, let's head back to Everlook for the next stage in this quest. After which, we will head to Blasted Lands, which will require flying down to... Did I pick up the flight point at Ratchet? I think I have? I'm not positive, though.
Yo! Glad I could help.
Boots. Are the boots an upgrade? Yeah, it's probably worth it. I would take... you're losing 9 crit, gaining 8 haste, but also gaining 2 agility. It's probably worth it just for the agility. I mean, elbow crit is better than haste. Haste is not too terribly good for subtlety, and it's even better. It's even worse as a leveling stat.
What you want?
Like back in the day, up until Miss Pandaria, the stat that I valued more than anything, even in leveling gear, was hit. Level gear didn't have hit, and crit was useless if you missed. But hit is less important now since the hit is built into the game. It's...
Stay away from them. Can I help you? For the Alliance.
Yo! Hurry back!
What quest is over here? Not in there, it's over here.
Interesting.
No, we're not going to do those. Ice Thistle Hills. This is why I play a rogue. Why fight what you don't need to? Saves a ton of time. There we go. Done. That's what I was talking about earlier. I just sent 2 of them after him now. Sometimes they have special maps for the caves. They don't for this one, though. Apparently, you can skin these guys. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna skin this guy. Because I can. No reason other than because I can. Ah, that's purpley light. Why is the light so purpley here? I mean, it's too early for dusk in-game. There's one little fact about World of Warcraft. The lighting, the day-night cycle is real-time, based on the time zone of the realm. So this particular realm that I'm on now, I believe, is Central Time. Yes, it is Central U.S. time.
Talk to me! Glad I could help!
What can I do for you? See you around.
Alright. Untrack this. Go to the Blasted Lands. So let's hop on the flight point and see if we have Ratchet. Because if we have Ratchet, we have an easy way to the Blasted Lands. If not, take a little bit more time traveling to where we need to go. This shouldn't be too bad. So let's see what flight point. I believe I do have Ratchet though. I think I did work my way to Ratchet.
Ishnu Allah,
Yes, I do have Ratchet.
Del Nadrus.
This will be probably a couple minutes to get the Ratchet from here. During that time, I think I'm going to make myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because I'm kind of hungry a little bit. So AFK I go, but I'm not going to use the pause screen so you can enjoy the wonderful scenery, all one of you, which is me. So I think the game plan, what we're going to do is we're going to work our way to the Blasted Lands, get to the start of the quest. Damn it, I just missed the boat. Like, literally just missed the boat. Well, I mean, I didn't throw anything at it, so I didn't miss that way, but like the boat literally went without me. So, what we're going to do is we're going to work our way to the Blasted Lands, since the stream series is basically one zone at a time. I'm going to stop the stream at once I get to Netherguard Keep, and we're going to leave the character there for the stream at that point. Maybe I'll pause the stream and show you what the Steam controller is like, just as an interesting thing for anyone who's intrigued by what WoW looks like with a Steam controller. I just have to wait for the boat now. I am not sure how much of the Eastern Kingdoms I've seen. I think I spent most of my leveling in Kalimdor. Actually, I think I spent all of it in Kalimdor. Let's go to the map and see what, wait a minute. That's interesting. I got here, but I didn't uncover anything when I got here. Alright, so let's see, yeah, I've been there before. I've been to Sentinel Hill, apparently. Apparently, I've been to a little bit of Darkshire, or Duskwood. And maybe I did some questing in Stranglethorn. I really don't remember. But, I mean, if I've been to Duskwood, that means I probably... No, I don't have the Darkshire flight point, but I might have the Ravenhill one, and if I do, I can just follow the road to Darkshire and hop over over Deadwind Pass, and then going to the Swamp of Sorrows, and then from there to the Blasted Lands. This is one of my favorite mounts, the Swift White Hawkstrider from Kel'Thas in Magister's Terrace. Got it a long time ago, still one of my favorite mounts. Ooh, eBay. Still hasn't been fixed since the Cataclysm. Still a wreck. Apparently you can't fit through this mountain. Because I don't have the Winterfall Fire Water anymore. Can't talk. Yeah, there's the flight master. I don't really remember where the Alliance flight master is because, like I said, most of my time is spent playing Horde, so I have to think about these things. Alright, so what do we have? Goldshire, Ravenhill. We do have Ravenhill. Bashir's off that way, I think. So what's the next ability I get? Shadow Blades. I remember Shadow Blades from Pandaria. I liked that cooldown. And at 58 we get Fleet-Footed, which is awesome. I love Fleet-Footed as far as passive. Then we get rank 2 of Sprint. Oh! Wait, why are there 2 rank 2s? Shouldn't it be rank 2 and rank 3? One of them gives us water walking, which they must have added that, because I don't remember that. And that would explain why there's 2 rank 2s. That one brings down to 1 minute, which is really nice. Tricks I won't need any use for since I'm not doing dungeons. That's not bad at all if you're in an AoE situation. Especially if you want your AoE to do focus damage on a primary target. That's not too bad at all. I mean, Outlaw gets that by virtue of the fact that Blade Flurry hits everything for reduced damage. Still focusing your damage on the target, but you're doing incidental AoE that damages everything else a decent amount. I wonder if Assassination has something similar. Book of Shadows, I have to wait till 80 to that. That's like an awesome defensive ability. I wish you got that earlier. That road leads to Stranglethorn, where we just came from. Reeves have low eaves. The ones in Feralus do too. I skipped Fairless, though. I don't remember doing any questing there. Probably should quest there, because that zone definitely has a marked difference between the Alliance and Horde experience. Some zones largely neutral, so you have the same experience as both Alliance and Horde, but some of them are very faction-driven stories. Like the one I just did, Winterspring, not faction-driven. Fairless, Fellwood, not faction-driven. What about before that? Tenaris is not very faction-driven. Thousand Needles, not faction-driven. Dustwall Marsh is faction-driven. Southern Barrens is faction-driven. Where is our friend Mr. Flightmaster? Right up there. But now we go to Deadwind Pass. I wonder if all the level 110 mobs in Deadwind Pass are either visible to me or hostile to me. I was curious about that. Because I know there are some level 90 characters in Southern Barrens, but they are not hostile to you until you are level 85 or higher. So I could go right through those areas. Yep, they are indeed not hostile to me. Which means I probably could go near Karazhan, but there used to be level 70 characters there, and they were hostile to. Swamp of Sorrows. There's a couple flight points here, but I'll pick them up when I'm level 60 and I can just fly to them.
Well met.
A little bit of foreshadowing there. It's probably I won't see the level 90 version. Yeah. Off to Netherguard Keep we go. Alright, I was AFK briefly. Why am I stealthed in a building of my own faction, do you ask? Because I move faster while stealthed and I can't mount. Oh, wrong way. So here's where we're gonna log out. That is a little wave for you. I'm gonna call the stream quits here. I might stream later today, maybe, possibly, another session of WoW. Definitely I am planning part 3 of the Bioshock series, because my goal for the week, since I don't work this week, I'm on a staycation this week, my goal is to play through all of Bioshock 1 this week on stream. First playthrough. That's why it's taking me so long to get through every levels, because my first time playing through a game is nearly always slow and explorative, because I like to see all the detail the developers put in the game. At any rate, you have a fantastic day, everyone.